Hi, here we are at the Ask Academy. Yes, and today we're looking at we're exponentials and logarithms, and we're just ending up the exponentials where we've been growing and decaying. And today we're looking at the concept of the irrational number e, and that value of irrational is approximately 2.7, and it goes on and on and on, and that e is an irrational number that we're going to be using. So today in this worksheet 7.3 that you're working on today, we're going to be having you practice your power properties, the properties of exponents, on this base e. And again, those exponents, the properties are going to be the same. If you multiply like bases, you add the exponents. If you divide like bases, you subtract top minus bottom exponents. If you raise powers to powers, then you're going to be multiplying those, and negative exponents flip. And so we're going to be looking at having you do that, working on that power of exponents. But another thing we want to make sure you're able to do is to use your calculator. And so when you go to the calculator and you use it, you push that key, that e, it's going to give you an expression of e and a caret, and then it's going to ask you what you do. So all you do is make sure is you use that base, and you're in that one of those problems they ask you to take the e to the 7th power, and you'll do that, and you'll get some value, and then just write that in. But we also want you to be able to recognize exponential growth and decays, and here again we've learned that if you have a function where the base is bigger than 1, then that's going to be a growth. If the base is between 0 and 1, it's going to be a decay. But here they're going to give you some situations that are going to be a little bit more challenging. Make sure that you catch this problem where they give you a function where it's e to some varying exponent, but what is e? Is it bigger than 1? Yes, it is, and so that's going to be a growth, unless, be careful now, they make that exponent negative. If that exponent is a negative exponent, then what does that do to the base? It flips it, and that makes it 1 divided by e to that varying power, and 1 divided by 2 then is a number that is less than 1, and therefore it's a decay. So be careful with those. The last thing they ask you to do is, in those problems, they're asking you to estimate an amount in a banking account that is compounding quarterly. We've talked about that. You know that function. But here's the new function of when we have a bank account that compounds continuously. And if it's compounding continuously, then we have another function to use. Again, a of t is the amount in the account at any particular time. It has a capital P in the formula. It's just principal, just like the other. It's what you start with. We have a base now that's e. Well, what is e? Well, that's your number. It's that 2.718 or whatever that e number is, that irrational number, raised to a power of rt. R being the rate. Again, if they give you a rate of 3%, then you know to change that when you plug it into the function to 0.03, and then t is an amount of time in years. Okay, so there's your new function that you haven't been introduced to till today. When you're told an account is compounding continuously, we're going to use our PERT formula. PERT shampoo. I think they still sell that. Anyway, that's today's lessons. Make sure you work on those problems, and happy eing as we go through this irrational number. It's not a new number, it's just new to you, and we are the Ask Academy.